Hello students of class 6, 7 and 8. In this video we shall continue learning on voice change. In the last video we learned how to change from active to passive voice according to the various forms of present tense, right? So today in this video we shall learn how to change from active to passive voice according to the various forms of past and future tense. Okay, so first of all we will watch a short video, then I will explain.
Simple past tense. Examples. Rita wrote a story. Active voice. A story was written by Rita. Passive voice. I bought a bag. Active voice. A bag was bought by me. Passive voice. In active voice, we write the past present form of the verb wrote. In passive voice, we write was, were, plus past participle form of the verb was written. Past continuous. Examples. Rita was writing a story. Active voice. A story was being written by Rita. Passive voice. I was buying vegetables. Active voice. Vegetables were being bought by me. Passive voice. In active voice, we write was, were, plus ing form of the verb was writing. In passive voice, we write was, were, plus being, plus past participle form of the verb was being written. Past perfect tense. Examples. She had completed the work. Active voice. The work had been completed by her. Passive voice. They completed the project. Active voice. The project had been completed by them. Passive voice. In active voice, we write had plus past participle form of the verb had finished. In passive voice, we write had plus been plus past participle form of the verb had been finished. Simple future tense. Examples. She will buy the dress later. Active voice. The dress will be bought by her later. Passive voice. Will you guide me? Active voice. Will I be guided by you? Passive voice. In active voice, we write shall, will, plus root form of the verb will buy. In passive voice, we write shall be, will be, plus past participle form of the verb will be bought. Future continuous tense. Verbs in the future continuous tense cannot be expressed in the passive voice. Future perfect tense. Examples. Rita will have learnt the poem by evening. Active voice. The poem will have been learnt by Rita by evening. Passive voice. The teacher will have checked the identity cards by lunch break. Active voice. The identity cards will have been checked by the teacher by lunch break. Passive voice. In active voice, we write shall, will, plus have, plus past participle form of the verb will have learnt. In passive voice, we write shall, will, plus have been, plus past participle form of the verb will have been learnt.
Okay, here we have past tense, and we all know that each of the three main tenses has their four different kinds, right? So past tense, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous tense. But past perfect continuous tense doesn't have passive form. So now we will look on simple past, past continuous and past perfect tense. Okay, how to change from active to passive voice according to the various forms of past tense. All right. So number one, first of all, simple past tense. For simple past tense, we use the verb was or were, then verb 3. Okay. So if you're given a simple past tense, remember we use the verb was or were. Okay, was is a singular verb, were is a plural verb. All right, verb 3 meaning past participle form of the verb, third form of the verb, right? So here sentence example here, Rita wrote a story. In the previous video I already taught you to change into passive voice from active. First of all, we find out the object of the verb, all right, because object will take the place of a subject in the active voice. All right, so to find an object, we ask the question to the verb what, right? Rita wrote a story. Okay, Rita wrote what? A story. All right, so a story, this is an object in the sentence, so a story take the place of a subject. So next what you will do is you will check your subject whether it is in singular form or plural form. Accordingly you will choose the verb, right? So a story, this is a singular subject, so we choose singular verb. A story was, now verb 3. Okay, whatever verb given, wrote, what is the third form of the verb, right? Wrote, written, right? Written. So a story was written, we use by, then Rita. Okay, the noun in the active voice doesn't change. If it is a pronoun, it changes. I taught you, right? If it is I, it changes to me, he, him, we, us. Okay, pronoun changes, but the noun, the name remain the same. All right, so in another sentence here, the teacher gave a book to him. Here in this sentence we have two objects. The teacher gave a book to him. The teacher gave what? A book. It is a direct object. To whom? To him. It is an indirect object. So if there are two objects in the sentence, one of the object can take the place of a subject. Okay, so a book. Okay, a book. So it is simple past, right? So a book, singular subject, singular verb taken, a book was given to him by the teacher. Okay, in another way you can start with the indirect object, he. Okay, this is in the object he, when it takes the place of a subject it becomes he, right? He was given a book by the teacher. So if there are two objects in a sentence, one of the object can take the place of a subject. Right. Okay, now we have past continuous tense form. Okay, for past continuous tense, the verb we use, the verb that we use are was, were plus being. Okay, we use being. Okay, was being or were being, then verb 3. Okay, I was buying vegetables, past continuous form, right? So I was buying what? Vegetables. Vegetables. Okay, subject, plural subject. So we take plural verb, right? Vegetables were being bought. Okay, verb 3 of the given verb here. Okay, buy, bought, right? So vegetables were being bought by me. Now we have past continuous tense form. For past continuous tense we use were being, was being or were being, then verb 3. Okay, past participle form of the verb. I was buying vegetables. This is past continuous tense, right? So we find the object. I was buying what? Vegetables. Vegetables takes the place of a subject, plural subject, vegetables. So we choose plural verb, were. Okay, then because of continuous tense we use being, then verb 3 of the given verb here. Okay, buy, bought, right? So vegetables were being bought by me. Okay, pronoun changes, I changes to me. Okay, in the previous video I already shown you that, right? So that is this is how we change in if it is past continuous tense we use was or were, then being, then verb 3. Okay. And for past perfect tense we use had been, then verb 3. Had been for any subject. Okay, singular or plural doesn't matter, had been is used for both singular and plural subject. She had completed the work. Okay, she had completed what? The work. The work, singular subject. Okay, doesn't matter singular or plural subject, had been is used in past perfect tense. Okay, the work had been, then verb 3. Okay, verb 3. Okay, completed. The work had been completed by her. Okay, pronoun she changes to her. So now we have future tense. So for future tense we have only two forms, that is simple future tense and future perfect tense. Okay, future continuous tense and future perfect continuous tense do not have passive form. All right, so we have only these two forms. So simple future tense, the verb we use is shall be or will be, then verb 3. Okay, she will buy the dress later. She will buy what? The dress object, right? So the dress will be bought, verb 3. Okay, bought by her. Future perfect tense, for future perfect tense we use shall, will, shall have been or will have been. Okay, then verb 3. All right, Rita will have learned the poem by evening. Rita will have learned what? The poem, right? So the poem will have been learned by Rita by evening. All right. So these are the forms that we use in simple in future tense. So we have learned how to change from active to passive voice according to the various tense forms, right? So actually we have many more to learn that we will learn from your from the exercises. Okay, class wise we will learn. Okay, interrogative sentences are there, imperative sentences are there. Okay, if it is interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, how to change that. Okay, that we will learn in the next videos. Class wise we will learn. Okay, so these are the only basic things you must know. Okay, all the verbs. Okay, what verbs are used in simple present tense, in present continuous tense, in simple past tense, in past continuous tense, you must know that. Okay, please read through your textbook. All the verbs you have to know very well. Okay, that is these are the basic things. So of course we will learn many more in the next videos. Okay, so for today we will stop here.
Stay home, stay safe.
Do it for self.
Do it for your family. Do it for India.
Let's break the chain of COVID-19.
हम होंगे कामयाब, जय हिंद। हम होंगे कामयाब, जय हिंद।
हम होंगे कामयाब, जय हिंद।